Good day, everyone. Today, I would like to share a poem that I wrote entitled Circles. Before I begin, I would like you to think about this. Loneliness is not always loud. It doesn't always come with tears or dramatic heartbreak. Sometimes it arrives quietly. It hides routines, in empty spaces, and in days that all begin to look exactly the same. Sometimes you don't even realize you're lonely and until you notice that you're simply existing instead of truly living. My poem Circles is about that feeling. It explores the quiet weight of boredom, repetition, and the loneliness that grows when every day feels identical to the last. I hope that as you listen, you don't just hear the words, but also imagine the emotions behind them. Alone as usual, back and forth without anything crucial, as if the only path is north. I choose to begin the poem with the words alone as usual because loneliness has become normal for the speaker. The word usual is important because it tells us this isn't something new or temporary. It has become part of everyday life. The speaker is no longer surprised by being alone because it has become a routine. The phrase back and forth creates the image of someone moving repeatedly without any real destination. They are physically moving, but emotionally, they are standing still. They say without anything crucial because nothing exciting or meaningful seems to happen anymore. Every day feels empty. Finally, the line, as if the only path is north, represents having only one direction in life. There are no choices, no adventures, and no changes. The speakers feel trapped in life and there are only moves in one predictable direction. The next stanza says, always filled with the nothing but silence. The clock ticks slowly, a hollow sound, and each second stretched to its limits. Each step just circles on the ground. Here, I wanted to create a setting that feels empty and lifeless. The hallways are not described by what is there, but what is missing. The silence becomes most visible because the environment feels cold and isolated. Then comes the image of the clock. Normally, a clock simply tells times, but here it becomes something much heavier. Every tick feels slower than it should. Every second longer feels longer than normal. Time itself seems to work against the speaker. Instead of moving forward naturally, it drags endlessly. Finally, the line, each step just circles on the ground, bring us back to the title of the poem. Even though the speaker keeps walking, they never truly move forward. They are trapped in an endless cycle where every effort leads back to the same place. It is movement without progress, routine without purpose. The final stanza reads, the walls have learned my every pace, a ghost adrift in space, so here I sit, and here I stay, just watching dust drift through the day. In this part of poem, the loneliness becomes even deeper. The walls have become so familiar with the speaker's routine that it feels as though even the building knows exactly where they will go. This image emphasizes how repetitive life has become. Then I compare the speaker to a ghost adrift in space. A ghost is invisible, unnoticed, and disconnected from everyone around it. This metaphor reflects that the feeling of existing without truly being seen. It doesn't necessarily mean the speaker is physically alone. Instead, they feel emotionally invisible as though their presence no longer matters. The final two lines show acceptance rather than resistance. The speaker says, so here I sit and here I stay, almost as if they have stopped expecting everything to change. The last image, just watching dust drift through the day, symbolizes time passing without meaning. Dust moves, but it has no destination and no purpose. In many ways, the drifting thus reflects the speaker's own emotional state. They are simply existing, allowing each day to pass without feeling connected to it. Now, I will be reciting my own poem titled Circles. Alone as usual, back and forth, without anything crucial, as if the only path is north. Hallways filled with nothing but silence. The clock ticks slowly, a hollow sound. Each second stretched to its limits. Each step just circles on the ground. The walls have learned my every pace, a ghost adrift in space. So here I sit and here I stay, just watching dust drift through the day. Thank you.